All right, who's buying gift cards this holiday season? Who's thinking about buying a gift card for their loved ones over the holidays? Might be the riskiest year ever to buy a gift card. What are we talking about? Let's get to Bruce Winder, retail analyst and author of Retail Before, During, and After COVID-19. Bruce, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Before we get to why it's a risky proposition this year, can you put in perspective just the business of gift cards in this country?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, I don't have the percentage in front of me, but I think it's, call it tens of millions of dollars a year at least, if not, billions of dollars a year at least in gift cards. I mean, the whole retail industry is about 600 and change and $600 billion. So gift cards got to be, 3 to 5% of that. So, I mean, it's usually a pretty big business.
And there are, I think there's three parts of the gift card. There is the buying of the gift card. Then there is the giving of the gift card. And then there is the using of the gift card. And
exactly.
this is where things get murky, especially in a year like this year. Tell us more.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad because, gift cards are great for retailers, because especially small retailers, because they get a cash infusion when you buy it early on in the season. And then they don't have the liability for fulfilling that gift card, usually till after the holidays, so January, February. So it's really good from a cash flow standpoint for any retailer, especially the small ones who really need it now. But here's the scary thing is that if, unfortunately, some of those retailers go under and liquidate, you kind of stand in line as a creditor. You might not be able to use that gift card, or if you do use it, it could be under restricted terms. Mm-hmm. Or the worst case scenario is if the retailer just closes its doors and doesn't even allow you to redeem it at all. Then you're kind of caught with this gift card that's virtually useless. So unfortunately, there is a higher risk with small to medium-sized companies, and I hate to say it in this year. So, my perspective is, hey, if you're going to do it, buy something. Just go out and buy something and exchange your money for some merchandise.
And by the way, we need to point out, even before pandemic, there's a percentage of gift cards that are never used, right? And businesses love gift cards for that reason. Do we have is there a figure or number here about the percentage of gift cards that go poof and are never used anyways?
Yeah, I don't have that in front of me, but it's fairly high to your point. I mean, there is a number of people who they lose the gift card, or they forget about it, or they keep putting it off or something. So, and in some ways, that can really benefit a company. Having said that, they have to count it as a liability on their books. But from a cash standpoint, gift cards are wonderful if they're never used, because the retailer gets the money without having to fulfill the liability of it in terms of giving a product or service away.
We're with Bruce Winder, retail analyst, author of Retail Before, During, and After COVID-19. It's that after part that affects this gift card situation so much. So, Bruce, what are you hearing from the retail space as to, the future for a lot of those small and medium sized, and even the big guys, by the way? The big guys can go under as well. What do you think the future holds for the, the health of a lot of these stores?
Well, it's going to be really tough. I mean, there's some folks out there who've been able to tap into government subsidies. And unfortunately, they kind of call them zombie companies, where, the government is paying their payroll. The government's going to be paying their rent or part of it. And they're sort of alive, but they probably shouldn't be. There's a number of those companies that theoretically could get through this as long as government subsidies remain. And then there's some companies who maybe didn't qualify for the subsidies and don't have good lenders, or are closed. They're a non-essential business. And unfortunately, they're going to probably go into CCAA protection, which is our version of Chapter 11, in January or February. And then there's going to be some retailers who just shut their doors permanently, maybe in January or February. So unfortunately, you're probably going to see a fairly strong uptick of bankruptcies and liquidations in early 2021.
Do we have any examples that are top of mind for you on, what happened in those situations, how long consumers generally have to spend a gift card? If they find out, oh, geez, I got this gift card, the store is going under, how long they have to spend them?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of varies a bit, but, one could argue that, they could have, if the retailer allows them, if the liquidator allows them, or the trustee who's taking over the bankruptcy, if they allow them to use them, it could be up to, say, call it 12 weeks, something like that, a few weeks at least. Now, remember that, liquidators normally start out with a fairly high percentage and then go down. Now, if a company finds new owners, or new lenders during the bankruptcy process, then everything's kind of like it was before. The gift cards are accepted, everything's good, it's pretty smooth. So you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit on what the outcome is going to be of the companies that enter bankruptcy. Will they liquidate? Will they close their doors permanently immediately? Or will they find new owners or new lenders who allow them to kind of continue on as a going business?
And what would be your tip for our listeners? Let's say they know they have to buy a gift card. They're going to buy a gift card for convenience or relationship with the person. The gift card's the right decision for that. What should they be thinking about before they pick which gift card to buy?
Well, I hate to say this, but I mean, they may want to think about companies that they feel are fairly sturdy and will be around here in 2021. And I hate to say it, but it's more of the big guys who are well financed, who are have strong balance sheets, who will weather the storm. And I hate to say that because they're the ones who don't really need it. But if you're looking at it selfishly from a consumer standpoint, you're better off picking companies, if you're going to do gift card, that where the company's going to be around after the new year.
And I sense it in your voice. I totally get what you're feeling, Bruce. At the same time, I know you said selfish, but at the same time, maybe you're not being selfish if you want to make sure the person that you give a gift to actually gets to use the gift, right? You're thinking.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. I mean, if you buy a gift card from a small firm, just know that it might be a donation. Yeah. It could end up being a donation. But if you want your receiver to be happy, you're better off erring on the side of larger, well-capitalized companies. And again, I hate to say that because that's sort of leaving the small guys out there, but that's the economic reality if you're optimizing your own self-interest right now.
Bruce Winder, retail analyst. He's the author of Retail Before, During, and After COVID-19. Thanks so much, Bruce.
Hey, thanks for having me. Take care.